Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying all the remote instruction and the lessons at home. So we're going to talk a little bit about light, lasers, and all of that fun stuff. So first we're going to talk about how do we see things and what do we need in order to see different objects. So I want you to kind of close your eyes for a minute and I want you to think of a very dark place you've ever been in your life. Now, I'm not talking metaphorically dark, but what I'm talking about is being actually in a physical location where there's no light, where you can't see anything. So kind of like John Cena, you can't see me and all that fun stuff. Where is that spot? Now a lot of you might have in your bedroom at night, or you could also have a place like, for example, I'm at a cave. Well, this is what I want you to think about. If I'm at a cave, and the spot where they turn off all the lights, if I hold my hand up like this, I typically can't see the hand in front of me. So how long is it going to be like that? If I bring my hand closer, can I see it? If I wait 30 minutes, am I going to be able to see my hand? So we're going to talk a little bit about those things, about how we see things and what we need. Well, when we're dealing with lasers, one of the first things we always still need to talk about is safety. Now we all know the basic safety of keep the lasers down, we're not doing Star Wars, all back and forth kind of fun stuff, and you definitely am not going to be aiming it at people's eyes. But one thing you may not have thought about with safety, if you're in your science classroom, and let's say you're in a 5th grade science class and you're running science lab with lasers, and Jimmy, who's in one of your students, really doesn't like Johnny outside because Johnny, allegedly took his lunch money or whatever, and Jimmy takes the laser pointer, now this one's green but usually they're red, and shines a red laser pointer at his friend out at recess. Well, now if you're the recess instructor, all of a sudden you see one of your students with a little red dot on their chest. Your mind now automatically goes to active shooter. So these are some type of safety things that we never really even had to think of before, but now we do. So we're going to first talk about light and how lasers travel. So when I have the laser beam here, you can see it on the wall, and I can see it here, but I typically don't see anything in the middle. Well, why is that? Well, first we kind of also want to understand, how does light travel? So I'm going to ask my daughter to kind of step in here and help out with this part. So what I need you to do is you're going to hold up the index card and you're going to put it in the path of the laser beam. And I want you to move the index card forward and backward. Move it towards me. Okay, now move it back. So I have a question. I wanted them to know, what path does the laser beam travel? Like, how does the light travel from one spot to another?
It's going in a straight line.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, so light's going in a straight line. Good job, thank you. So that's one of the key pieces of information, to know that light travels in a straight line. So we can use the index card moving back and forth to show that. Now we're going to do an experiment a little bit later too to test that out. But we also want to investigate the idea as to, why is it I can't see anything kind of in between here? So I'm going to need both of my kids over to help me out at this point in time. I need also, if you can, grab the the baby powder and come on over. The baby powder, that's all I need is the baby powder. Okay, so now teach your hint with this one. The very first time I ever did this was in my doctoral program. I mistakenly turned the baby powder upside down and I went whoosh, over the entire laser beam. Baby powder is not easy to clean up, so don't do that. So what we're going to do is the following. You are going to hold the laser beam pointer this way, and you are going to aim the laser pointer right there, okay? And keep it there and keep it steady, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to take a small amount of baby powder, we're going to put it in our hands, and to make this one work a little bit better, turn those lights off, okay? Now, on the count of 3, we're going to blow the baby powder into the beam. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa!
Awesome! No, that's okay. So it's one of those things where I want you to think about what happened with the baby powder that now we're able to see this path. Alright, so we're going to turn it off and we're going to pick it up in just a second.